Hello and welcome back to the academyofworship.org YouTube channel. My name's Chris. Today we're going to be continuing in our Guitar Basics series. Now, just to clarify, in case you missed the first video in the series, this is not a series intended for advanced players, although advanced players may get some information out of this they didn't know. This video series is geared toward the beginner or those that are just getting into guitars from another instrument, whatever it is. The intention of this video series is to give you information on the guitar, all of the parts of the guitar, and just kind of get you familiar with the instrument. So today we're going to be talking about frets. A lot of people think of frets as the space in between here, all these gaps, but that's not it. The frets are actually the fret wires. If I depress a string on, say, the 5th fret on my E string, what's happening is the string is contacting the fret in front of your finger, here, and the distance between that fret wire and the bridge where it crosses, the length of the string there is what's actually causing the note pitch that you're hearing when you pluck the string. So when we talk about frets, we need to understand that we're talking about the fret wire here. There's one main manufacturer of fret wire in the United States, and that's Dunlop Manufacturing Incorporated. They're actually based here in California, not too far from where I live, actually. They produce the 5 main types of fret wire that you're going to find on most guitars. Now, what makes up a fret wire is actually 2 main parts. There's the crown, which is the part you're actually seeing here, and there's the tang. If you looked at a fret wire lengthwise, flip it up maybe like this, it would actually look like a mushroom. It's got a crown on top, the part that you see above, and the tang, which actually sits in the slot in the fretboard, which is cut for it. There are 5 main gauges of fret wire, and what they measure is how wide the crown is, as well as how tall the crown is. Going from the smallest to the largest, you begin with the Dunlop 6230, which is found mainly on old Fender necks. They're relatively small frets. Next is one called the Vintage Jumbo, and it's the 6150. That one's just a little bit larger than the vintage frets we just talked about. And then you have the most popular fret, which is the 6105, and that's found on most instruments nowadays, it seems like. In fact, in this guitar neck, I'm fairly certain that's what these are. And those are generally tall and relatively thin. Then we get to the larger ones like the jumbo frets, the 6100s. Those guys are very wide, still pretty tall, and some people really like those. Then we get into the last one, which is called the Vintage Jumbo, and those are 6130s. What you prefer or what you even have on your instrument doesn't matter. If it feels good, then you're good to go. But if you're out trying different guitars out, or you have to get a fret job on your current guitar because maybe you've worn them down, your choice in frets is going to affect the way your instrument feels. So it would pay to experiment and see what you like. One last parting thing in this video I want to leave with everybody is it pays to take care of your fretboard, specifically your frets. One thing you can do when you're changing your strings is actually polish your frets lightly. A lot of times during regular play, your frets are actually going to get tarnished, they actually get dirty, and they start feeling sticky when you bend the strings. They kind of scrape really strangely on them, and it doesn't feel good because it's not smooth. So one thing you can do, and this is one thing I've done plenty of times, is you take 2 pieces of painter's tape and you want to lay them across just up to each fret. You can start at the low end and then move them as you go. So you tape off, say, on the 1st and the 2nd fret and just leave the fret wire exposed. And then you can take steel wool and gently scrub the fret wire until it's polished up and looks good. Don't put too much pressure on it. You don't want to scrape it. You don't want to take off too much material, if any at all. You're really just looking to take off the tarnish. And then once you're done with one fret wire, you move the tape down to the next ones, to the next one, and so on and so forth until your frets are nice and polished up. It really does make a difference. Sometimes it's worth it. I wouldn't say do it every single time you change your strings, but if you notice that you're getting some gunk and buildup on your fret wire, it'd be worth doing on your next string change. That's pretty much it. I hope you learned something about frets. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. If you liked the video, please like it. If you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe to the channel. We put videos out every week. Please go visit academyofworship.org for a free gift I have over there. We also have some content there that should be getting updated more and more as time goes on. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you on the next video.